Have you ever wished you could turn back the clock? Just for a day, an hour, or even a minute? Well, today I want to tell you a story about a young boy who thought he had all the time in the world. A story that might just change the way you see every single second of your day. Once, in a quiet little town, lived a boy named Leo. Leo was a cheerful, energetic kid, but he had one little problem. He was a master of wasting time. For him, the days were long and endless. "I'll do it tomorrow," was his favorite phrase. Homework? Tomorrow. Tidying his room? Tomorrow. Learning that new skill he was excited about? You guessed it, tomorrow. He'd spend hours chasing butterflies, staring at clouds, or just idly kicking a pebble down the street. Time was like an infinite ocean to him, and he was just floating along without a care. His parents and teachers would often remind him, "Leo, time is precious," but their words would go in one ear and out the other. How could something be precious if there was so much of it? One sunny afternoon, while Leo was loitering in the garden, his grandfather, a man with eyes as wise as an old owl's and a smile as warm as the sun, called him over. "Leo, my boy," he said, his voice gentle but firm, "I have something to show you." He led Leo to his old, dusty workshop, a place filled with half-finished carvings, curious tools, and the comforting smell of aged wood. Leo's grandfather was known for his wisdom, and he had noticed his grandson's casual disregard for the passing hours. He decided it was time for a lesson, but not with lectures or scolding. He knew a different approach was needed. On a workbench, bathed in a sliver of sunlight, sat a collection of small, clear glass bottles. There were dozens of them, each filled to the brim with fine, golden sand. Leo looked at them, puzzled. "What are these for, Grandpa?" he asked, picking one up and feeling its weight. His grandfather smiled. "These, Leo, are for you. Each bottle represents 1 hour of your life, a special kind of hour." He handed Leo a particularly beautiful bottle, one with a small, ornate cork. "This is your next hour," he explained. "Watch." He carefully uncorked the bottle and turned it upside down. A tiny, almost invisible stream of sand began to pour out, grain by single grain onto the wooden bench below. It was a slow, silent, and unstoppable process. Leo watched, mesmerized, as the golden sand trickled down. It was so slow, yet so constant. "What's happening?" he asked, even though he could see it plainly. His grandfather sat down beside him, his gaze fixed on the diminishing sand. "That, my boy, is your time," he said softly. "Every grain of sand that falls is a second of your life, slipping away. Once it hits the bench, it's gone. You can't scoop it back up. You can't put it back in the bottle. It's lost forever." He pointed to the growing pile of sand on the workbench. "That's your past." Then he pointed to the sand still in the bottle. "And that is your present, your future. But as you can see, it's constantly becoming the past." A wave of understanding washed over Leo. He looked at the tiny stream of sand, then at the many other full bottles lined up on the bench. He suddenly saw them not as just bottles of sand, but as his life, his future. He saw hours for playing, hours for learning, hours for being with his family, hours for helping others, and yes, hours for just resting and watching the clouds. But now he saw them as finite, limited. Each bottle was a gift, an opportunity. He imagined himself carelessly knocking one over, spilling the sand in a rush. That thought made his stomach clench. That would be like throwing away a piece of his life, wouldn't it? He realized that's exactly what he had been doing every single day. He looked at his grandfather, his eyes wide with this newfound realization. "So, when I'm just doing nothing," Leo began, his voice barely a whisper, "it's like I'm just letting the sand pour out?" His grandfather nodded slowly. Exactly. You're letting your life slip away without creating, learning, loving, or living. Wasting time isn't just being lazy, Leo. It's like throwing away the most valuable treasure you will ever own, a treasure you can never buy back. For the first time, Leo truly understood. The weight of his grandfather's words, combined with the powerful visual of the sand, hit him like a lightning bolt. Every second was a grain of gold, and he had been treating it like worthless dust,